Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you are, wherever you are watching another episode of Affordable Model Railroads You Asked For It series. This is where we give you tips, techniques, and some alternative ideas on maybe how to build your model railroad. My name is James. I got Ian once again behind the camera, and we're going to talk about a couple of different things today. First off, in the previous video, you saw we gave you the basic instructions on how to lay down our full-size print templates, and you can see this from here. We've got this whole peninsula laid down. It shows your track, it shows your road bed, your view blocks, your elevation markers, your radiuses, pretty much everything you need. It's even got you can put your buildings on here. Whatever's on your track plan, we can print it. What we're going to do today is we're going to show you one of the uses, how easy it is for this track plan. We're going to lay this elevation that goes from back there behind the glue and comes around all the way down. And we're using these Affordable Model Railroads foam riser system that we've made. We make these out of insulation board. It's not that cheap white bead board that some people use that ends up falling apart and crumbling. This is the good solid the typical insulation board that you use for your base here. And we cut these on a CNC router, so they are computer precise as far as the elevations and the measurements, and then it just makes it really easy to lay. You don't need a lot of tools for this. All you need is the risers, and you can either purchase them from Affordable Model Railroads, or you can always make your own. If you have a good bandsaw, table saw, and you know how to cut accurate angles, you can always cut them yourself out of a foam insulation board. Simple tools. You need a tray. Reason for the tray is to pour your glue in, and we use either Elmer's glue or the yellow construction glue. You can use foam compatible caulking, anything of that nature. Anything that'll glue foam down, you can use to glue these down. So you got your glue, you got your tray, just a cheap throwaway type brush, and then we use, we call these foam nails. All they are really is restaurant toothpicks, and you can get these in bulk very, very cheap from any restaurant supply store on the internet, and they make great foam nails. They're a lot cheaper than the metal ones that some people sell, the T-pins, and you can, because they're so cheap, you can leave these in. You don't have to worry about pulling them out and saving them. So that makes that nice and expensive. If you are not using a foam base, if you're using a plywood or MDF base or something hard, then you're going to have to use some sort of screw or nail or something instead of the foam nails, because the foam nails will go into the foam. They won't go into plywood. Alright, so the system is really easy here. You just take your risers. These happen to be 2%. This is a 2% grade. So all we do is spread it with the Elmer's glue. Be pretty liberal with that. As you can see, we just stick it right on the center of the track plan print there. And then you can put some foam nails in there to hold it. For smaller pieces, you can also just use the standard 2-inch toothpicks that you buy at Walmart or Walgreens or your favorite grocery store. And we've laid these out in order already, so it speeds up in the video. But basically what you want to do is make sure, obviously, you have two ends to this. That end's too low. That end matches just perfect. So just spread the glue on there. Just butt it up. It's kind of almost like laying flex track, and you can consider these pins your joiners or your solder joints. And then you just mold that right around to your curve. Stick your pins in there to grip it. And because the curve wants to put force on it there, I always like to put some pins out here on the curve also to kind of keep that those compression forces in check. And then as an extra precaution, I just take one of these, roll it around in the glue, and put it in like a nail, just to make sure that the, you can use the end of your paintbrush here, push that all the way in and countersink it a little bit. And then you just continue this process all the way around your track. You can also, if you want, slam that up against there. And as you can see, we're painting this right over the top of the track plan print. And there's no need to have to pull your print up if you glued it down properly. And that way it's down there permanent. And the glue will not only glue the risers down, but it'll also soak into the paper. And it'll help reinforce the glue on the paper to the print. And this is all going to get covered with your scenery materials anyway, so there's no point in having to pull it up unless you want to. I don't know why you would. It's just kind of a waste of time. But some guys like to. They just don't feel comfortable with the paper underneath there for whatever reason. And that's fine. It's your railroad. You can build it the way you want. We just give you ideas, as everybody else does. And then it's up to you to make the decision that what you think is best for yourself. And again, this step isn't necessarily required. I just like to do it just to give it a little extra, because I like to, obviously we're building railroads professionally with people. Time is money, and I don't want to be spending more of your money than I absolutely have to. So I like to be able to put that in there, sort of like a clamp almost, and then I can walk away and keep on going down to the next step. And as you can see, this is a lot faster than taking the jigsaw and cutting through your plywood and then having to make up T-risers, and then you have to mess around with, okay, you get this one in here, and you get that one in there, and this one has to, you're always messing with the height of them. This is real easy. You just match up your ends, and it just continues on. So, that's the way that we lay these. I'm not going to bore you with laying the rest of it all the way down, but as you can see, you just keep laying them in steps until you get to the very bottom, and then you have a perfectly laid grade at precisely the grade that you wanted. In this case, it's 2%, but mathematically, it is the grade that you want. Okay, so here you can see that we have gone ahead and laid the rest of this riser all the way down here, all the way until it reaches its 0 level on the full-size print. And so you can see how those risers are used. And over here we've started laying some roadbed, which we will show you in an upcoming video on how you can use the full-size print to lay your roadbed. So remember, we're going to be doing these videos whenever we can fit them in time for you. And if you have any questions, you can always email us at affordablemodelrailroads@gmail.com. You can call us at the telephone number 800-216-9202. Please subscribe, and then you'll be notified when we put up new videos. And also, from time to time, we will also be putting up specials that we'll have on products, the services that we offer. So you may want to get it on that, so you can maybe get a little special on your track plan prints or your backdrops or things like that. So again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on You Asked For It.